Aloha, friends and family. I think one of the best things we can do right now, with everything going on in the external three-dimensional realm, is meditate. Keep your mind focused on what you've learned, what you've come to know. And just allow the integration to happen naturally. I think maybe sometimes we feel like nothing's happening, within our own selves. Because what's going on out there, just the circus it never stops, it never shuts up, it certainly never goes away. And we can just kind of forget that you're making a lot of progress within yourself. And this progress does take time, to integrate, like we've been learning here, the lower chakras and the higher chakras, the lower worlds and the higher worlds, all coming together and represented by one being. If we personalize this, all of this integration of all these layers and levels and dimensions is all culminating into one person that houses all of this and holds all of this and becomes all of this. And that person is you. You are becoming that person that holds millions of years worth of learning and experience and integration, and it was all leading up to something, it was all leading somewhere. And ultimately, just to simplify it, it's all leading to our ultimate freedom and our departure from worlds and dimensions where darkness controlled things and took over things and dominated things and abused things and traumatized things and all of these things that we don't want. We don't like that. Nobody likes the way that feels. Nobody enjoys their experience, when they're just experiencing pain and suffering and anxiety. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are experiencing anxiety. and could you blame them? I mean, who would awaken in a world like this and not be a little anxious? But as we meditate, as we integrate, as we face our own fears, face that part of our own selves that was a part of all of that world that we don't like, and transmute it, you're forgiven. We're forgiven for any of the part that we took in that, in past lives, or even possibly in this life. Maybe you've done some things that aided the dark side or added fuel to their fire. But now, the minute you know that you have done something wrong and you make the correction and you reset the course, then you're good. You're good to go. It's only when we don't make the course correction or we won't let go of something, or we refuse to face something, that we're really not gaining what we're meant to gain from that. So you really can't fully integrate. You really can't fully stabilize in the 0 point heart chakra center of the universe, you know? And that's where we want to be. That's what we want to be, a fully multi-dimensional being that is rooted and stabilized in the heart chakra and has access to all power and uses it with wisdom and discernment. And that's the way of the future. That is us in the future. And the future's already started, as far as I'm concerned. I already see this third density world as collapsed, and it at least collapsed from our timeline. When the split happens, you know, third dimension is not going to just be destroyed and annihilated. I don't believe. It's simply going to split away from the 5D timeline, and it's going to go on its merry way into, you know, an artificial intelligence controlled dystopia. Whereas our timeline is going to continue to move into this integration, this freedom, and all of the beings, humans, people, on that timeline, continuing to integrate, release, take deep breaths because you made it. Feel wonderful that, you know, that monkey is off our backs collectively. And man, the things that are going to be happening, and the things that will be possible, and the things that will become available to us, is we're going to forget all about all of the trauma, all of the bullshit of millions of years of evolution. We're going to forget all that stuff so quick because we're just going to be so caught up in heaven on earth and the new ways of being and the things that are now possible. And we're all going to be helping each other, you know, to further our gifts and abilities. So it's going to be something, man. And we're so close. And I'm trying to, you know, put all this information as I possibly can out there so that people have a full spectrum of everything. And then you do whatever you're supposed to do. You know, you make the course corrections or alterations as you're led to, you know, from within your own heart. So let us take some deep breaths here and really just let go of anything you're holding on to, any kind of anxiety. That's what I'm getting right now. I'm feeling that's what people are kind of dealing with at this moment, is just the anxiety of what is going on and what's going to happen next, and you know, how crazy does this all get? And it's pretty crazy, you know, and it might get a little crazier yet, but you're gonna be fine. You're gonna make it. You're good. You're gonna be great. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be anxious. If your heart is for love, unity, and light, and the one God of creation of all, you're good. You're not going to be forsaken. You're not going to be abandoned. You're not going to be forgotten. You're not going to be left behind. So take some deep breaths. And just cleanse. Allow cleansing to happen. Allow cleansing of your mind. Cleansing of your emotions. Let's reset the chakras. Let's readjust. Let's realign. And let's allow everything to be in its perfection in us. Because we are that perfection represented. The perfection of love manifested. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. Your memories. If you can remember something that has occurred in your life, then that memory is impacting your now moment in some way. When memories come up from this lifetime, you have many options available to you. None of these options is better than any of the others. You can decide in the moment that the memory is irrelevant and let it go. You can smile and remember the moment fondly, or as fondly as you can, and then move on. You can look at the memory from a new and different perspective, one that serves you much more in the present moment. You can see the memory as an experience and therefore as something that has served you very well. You do not need to be a product of your past or your memories. You are not doomed to repeat them. You do not need to be haunted by them. You do not need to give them any power over you, unless it somehow serves you to do so. We invite you to have a new and different relationship with your past, with your memories. We ultimately want for you to experience the now moment that you are living fully and completely. But until that time, you are going to have memories come your way, and we just want you to know that you have options. You have choices for how you handle anything and everything that comes your way, including something as seemingly fixed as your past. Of course, nothing is fixed. You can change your past. You can change your experience of your present. And you can change the future that you are moving towards. Ultimately, you are always only changing yourself. You are changing your perspective, and as you do so, you grow. You become more of who you are, and you have more compassion and understanding, more acceptance and unconditional love to give your fellow humans. Therefore, we suggest you use these opportunities as the wonderful moments in time that they are. We suggest that you see all memories as opportunities and that you take full advantage of them in the moment. Create new experiences. That is why you are here. You are significant. You have the power within you to give yourself that which you desire. It is quite simple, really. This power that within each and every one of you as this power that is within each and every one of you gets activated when you give up the sense of insignificance that has been placed upon you by others. You all are source energy beings, but that is not what you emphasize about yourselves. You tend to emphasize where you went to school, what you do for a living, where you live now, and other assorted details about yourselves. These details have nothing to do with who you really are, but society emphasizes them, and once you buy into that idea, then you have the mindset and the beliefs that tell you that only certain people get to do certain things. Only certain people get to have certain things. Only certain people get to be in beautiful, romantic relationships. Now, the way around this programming that you've taken on is not through deconstructing it. It's not through changing society or even your beliefs that you picked up from society. The way that you grant yourselves the lives that you want to be living is through the emphasis on your true nature as a source energy being. You are significant. Even though there are several billion plus of you on planet Earth alone, you are still significant. You are still unique expressions of that which is source, infinite, eternal, unconditional love. Therefore, do not let any definition of who you are that has been placed upon you to determine your value, your worth, and especially your power. You are very powerful beings. We suggest that you spend some of your time every day consciously breathing while reminding yourselves of who you really are and feeling it in every cell of your body. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. And for the remainder of this video, my friends and family, let us just meditate and feel this power that he spoke of, that they spoke of. Allow it to stream into you from above and below and meet in your heart center. And kindle and add fuel to the fire that is you and your co-creation. Now, doesn't that feel better? Namaste, my friends. Until next time.